Hi, hello everybody. I'm Justin. This is Koopa. Welcome to Koopa's Corner. Today we're going to talk about Saturday Night Live and specifically the SNL 50 special that just happened this past weekend. Um, it was just an absolute um, perfect way to honor the legacy of a show like Saturday Night Live. And 50 years on the air is such an incredible feat. So it's absolutely amazing as a fan. And I'm sure all of those people involved, I can't even imagine what it felt like for them to be on the air 50 years. Now, the SNL special itself, the 50 special, it started Friday night with a concert, which was honestly, it really held true to the spirit of SNL, even though it was a concert and not a sketch show. No, there was a variety of artists across all different genres. Nobody overstayed their welcome. There were a few funny moments in between where they were introducing them. Jimmy Fallon did the Blues Brothers, and Bill Murray was there. Bill freaking Murray, man, I love Bill Murray so much. And we got to see Will Ferrell and Anna Gasteyer revive one of their iconic characters. So the concert special was great. Then Sunday night there was the SNL 50 special itself, and yeah, this show really it relied heavily on nostalgia, but it did so in a good way. It did so in a way that sort of honored its past. All of the sketches were essentially revivals of classic, mostly classic, SNL characters and SNL sketches. Except for Domingo, which is like a very recent sketch. It's not exactly a classic yet, and it's starting to be overdone a little bit. So maybe after this special, maybe they'll let it rest a little. Even though I really did like the first one, but it's now starting to be a little overdone. But yeah, the show started with Sabrina Carpenter and Paul Simon. Steve Martin did the monologue. There was the Bronx Beat. There was Scared Straight. So many different classic revivals. John Mulaney had a musical number, which I if you've seen those in the past, those are always great. And it was no different here. I really enjoyed that sketch myself. But yeah, the whole show in general, I think it was really well done. Um, if I was going to complain about anything, just a couple of small things here. First of all, the commercial breaks. There were way too many, way more commercial breaks than there usually is. It was literally one sketch and then a commercial break. One sketch, then a commercial break. It was a little overdone. It was much. It was a little bit much. But it is what it is. We don't have much control over that. The musical performances. Having just had a dedicated concert 2 nights before, I thought there was maybe a little too much musical performances. I know that's classic SNL, but there was 4 different musical performances. They could have gotten away with 2 and given us maybe 2 extra sketches, right? If Friday night was about the music, let Sunday night be about the comedy. Other than that, the absence of Bill Hader, which was very surprising. He's such an iconic member of multiple casts, honestly. And then, of course, Dan Aykroyd, who was in the very first cast in 1975. And most of the other first cast was there. So I expected to see Dan Aykroyd, um, you know, but for whatever reason that didn't happen. And then Bill Hader, I really genuinely thought um, we were going to get another like Stefan. But it wasn't just the SNL cast members, present day cast members, previous cast members having a great time. All sorts of celebrities who have hosted and been musical guests before. It was just a star studded event, both the concert and the special. Um, we also had a lot of alumni. That's the word I'm going to use. Alumni. cast members, reprising some of their characters and getting involved in some modern sketches. And a great example of this was Black Jeopardy. They brought back Black Jeopardy, and not only did Tom Hanks, who was there, because he's hosted so many times, revive Doug, but Eddie Murphy was involved, and Eddie Murphy did an impression of Tracy Morgan, which was hilarious. Eddie Murphy was also involved in Scared Straight. So was Will Ferrell. Maya Rudolph, Amy Poehler, Tina Fey, they were all involved in stuff. Jimmy Fallon was involved. Rachel Dratch brought back Debbie Downer. Guys, Debbie Downer is one of my favorite characters in SNL history. The Debbie Downer in Disney World skit is a personal top 5 skit. And I just really enjoyed the SNL special, and I just wanted to talk about it a little bit and just kind of praise it a little bit. If you're watching this video, you've probably already seen it, but if not, guys, do yourself a favor, check it out. Not only that, it's just SNL in general is such a staple in pop culture. It's the cutting edge of comedy. It discovers comedians before they make it big, and it puts them on a proper stage, and it really elevates them. If you look back over the past 50 years, almost anybody who's anybody in comedy has been involved with SNL in some way, shape, or form. Not only that, but they have a tendency to discover musicians that are going to be really big before they really get that big. SNL it's done a great job. The countless characters and sketches and cast members over the years. SNL, I don't know anybody who actually watches the show who dislikes it. I don't know anybody who's, been like, yeah, I checked it out, not for me. So if you're not somebody who watches SNL, you're missing out. Go back and check it out. So many classic skits over the years. I'm going to tell you more cowbell. If I had to pick one sketch over the years, more cowbell. That is my number one, I think, of all time. Of course, I mentioned Debbie Downer in Disney World. The digital shorts, Andy Samberg, a number of digital shorts that were just phenomenal. So many great places. I mean, honestly, Celebrity Jeopardy is hilarious. There are too many skits to name, and I'm not going to try. But, I just really enjoyed the special. I just wanted to talk about it for a minute and just call it out and call out my appreciation for it. So, guys, let me know in the comments what your favorite sketch of all time from SNL is. And hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.